Thank you, Kevin. The Bitwise saga seems to be coming to an end with the co-founders of the busted tech startup sentenced to prison. Jake Soberal and Irma Olguin Jr. appeared in a packed federal courtroom today.
Action News reporter Kate Nemmerich spoke with a former employee who was there for the sentencing earlier. She joins us now live from downtown Fresno. Kate.
Nick, Margot, the courtroom was standing room only earlier. We spoke with former employee Jen Guerra, who says she had to squeeze into the back with other former Bitwise employees as they waited for the sentence to be handed down. She says she was filled with mixed emotions as she learned the co-founders of Bitwise would be spending years in prison.
A lot of people in the courtroom were crying and stuff, and it was just like an emotional, cathartic experience, I think.
More than a year and a half after Bitwise abruptly shut down, the co-founders, Jake Soberal and Irma Olguin Jr., were sentenced to prison, a step toward healing for some former employees. In May 2023, hundreds of employees' paychecks bounced, their health insurance stopped, and many faced extreme financial hardship, some still feeling the impacts financially and emotionally. Then earlier this year, the two pleaded guilty to 2 counts of wire fraud. Cameras were not allowed in the federal courtroom Tuesday, but former employee Jen Guerra was there to witness the sentencing.
A lot of mixed feelings. Of course, there was actually a feeling of relief or of justice, but there was a feeling of like seeing them as humans and feeling like, God, that's really a waste. How sad. Like this could have been so different. You know what I mean?
11 years for Soberal and 9 for Olguin. The judge said Soberal faces a longer sentence because he was an attorney and should have known better. In court, Olguin spoke to those impacted, saying, quote, "This was not a mistake or crime of opportunity. This was a deliberate effort to mislead." What did you feel when you heard that?
It's like, wow. I mean, that was like brutal honesty. In a way, I was relieved that she was so honest, and in a way it was like, God, that's really scary.
Does it hurt that it was intentional?
Yes. Of course, yeah.
Soberal and Olguin will need to pay back nearly $150 million in restitution.
That's probably unlikely that either one of them are able to pay that, but that's going to hound them for the rest of their lives.
Attorney Roger Benakdar represents many former Bitwise employees in the class action lawsuit against the pair, which settled at $20 million earlier this year. Guerra says hopefully both the settlement and sentence can help start the healing.
You know, I'm sure there's a lot more we don't know about, but for the most part, yes, I feel peace. I feel that, you know, I can move on with my life. I mean, I have already moved on with my life, but with a sense of like their justice has been served in a form.
We did have a crew out here earlier to try to question the co-founders after court, but we were told by federal security they had been escorted by U.S. Marshals through another exit to avoid the media. Though they have been sentenced, Soberal and Olguin do have several months before they need to report to prison on March 18th. Live in downtown Fresno, I'm Kate Nemmerich, ABC 30 Action News.
Hey, Central California, stay up to date with all the most important news and weather. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to ABC 30 Action News.